What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Have the Race Gone once more. This is the fluiest boy, the sickest boy on the stream, Trell666, who's back here with another AOR GT3 Championships race. It's the first endurance race of the season, so it's gonna be 1.5 hours at Road America. With my good dude DirtenDK also present. I don't know if he's here at the moment. Always a lot of preparations to get underway in these races. What's up, Nils? What's up, Piosko? Happy to have you along. I'm very excited about this one. We're having a look here at some guys. We're just in a public lobby, a public warm-up lobby for the race. And these are some guys from some higher splits. I believe Vector in the Audi there, tier 1 driver, having a bit of a moment, as you see. But I guess practice is the place to have it. But so yeah, as I said, I'm not feeling 100% at the moment, which you might be able to hear. I hope that's okay with everyone. I'm still very excited about this race and wanted to keep broadcasting as I've done with the other ones. I've had a lot of fun with that. Time to get a few more laps in, just adjust even more, as I believe I heard the sound of the dear DirtenDK approaching.
I'm here. Evening, guys. Nice to see you all, and I'm also quite excited for this one. 1.5 hours of racing here at Road America. It's certainly going to be a test of endurance, nerves, and concentration more than anything else. An evening to Nilsa and Piosko, who's joined us already in chat.
Yeah. Already a good few guys here. Very nice to see. Ooh, it's always very fun when you do an outlap and it doesn't matter. You can really slide these tires. I seem to have a lot of wear on my tires for no reason. That's odd. I've tried that before. I don't know if it's a visual bug or if it's...
Yeah, it's true. It happens when it's some kind of bug that happens. I don't think it's a visual only bug, because it happened to me. I went away for a cup of coffee at some point in practice, in a practice lobby. Came back and it was like half an hour later or something, and the tires were on the rims, or there were no tires left. Somehow the tires had been eaten away by, I don't know, rubber eating ants or something, and there were no tires, and I set off and I could just hear instantly that there are no tires. It's just rims, and the car was obviously absolutely undrivable, as you'd imagine. So that is some kind of problem.
That definitely is a physics bug as well, so that's odd.
Yeah.
Just from the car being parked in the pits. I feel like it's only on certain tracks, because I've had it a lot when practicing for Road America. I haven't seen a lot of it on other tracks.
Could have, yeah, I don't know. I must admit, I have absolutely no clue. Actually, it's beyond me.
So Road America, really a nice track, especially for one of the longer races. Yeah, it's a bit of a deceptive one. You feel like it's pretty safe and easy, but there are quite a few difficult corners here where you can certainly lose time. Although granted, it isn't by any means one of the harsher courses. You don't hit a wall or some sharpened wooden stakes as soon as you get off track.
No, but it's a very flowy track, and it's a track where, for a race like this, rhythm is really everything. It really means so much just to get those first 5 laps over with, see where you find yourself, and then just settle into whatever rhythm fits.
Yeah, that's true.
I can say this so.
Okay, so I just noticed that everyone else left, and I got some messages on PSN. So I'll just check my PSN on my phone. Oh, you're in the pits too. That's poor showmanship. Oh, hello to Gene. Nice to see you in the stream. Yeah, shame you couldn't make it today. Gene, for those of you that don't know, that includes Dirten. He's one of the reserves in my tier. Had a nice effort when he was able to race, so it's a shame. He was definitely up there.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's a shame, yeah.
Can't find my PSN app. There it is.
I haven't gotten any invitations yet, so
Okay, no, the only reason people are discussing it is because of hardware issues. We've had it out here before.
Oh.
And it's Archie bringing up the issue. For those of you who've watched the other streams will know that Archie's been murdered in the first lap through no fault of his own in every race so far. So he's really nervous for lap 2 here. I've been getting a lot of chatter of people are really fearful of this track because the curbs are really hard, and yeah, there's a few places where it can go wrong pretty easily, so people are quite nervous. And when I watched one of the older AOR races, and people really seem to be struggling here there.
Well, I don't know, I don't think I've learned the track in such an aggressive manner. I think I've just pretty much stayed away from everything that isn't the big concrete kind of runoff curbs that are also on the exit from turn 1. We just saw them as we went by there before. I think it helps a little bit here because I've heard some of those stories as well of complete wrecking carnage. Here
yeah,
at Road America.
For those of you on the Discord, you will have seen a video I posted earlier from real life of some challenge Ferraris absolutely wrecking right there in the braking zone. So it's a dangerous one in real life as well. I know it's known as one of the more dangerous tracks, but yeah, when you just go around and around, I don't think it feels that bad, to be honest.
No, it feels like it's a track where it's not that hard to just back off whatever margin you need, and just play it safe, which is it's so hard to do. It sounds like the easiest thing in the world. Or can you go a little bit slower? That's actually surprisingly hard because you have to fight so many instincts to push 100%.
And sometimes you're used to the car having a certain balance and it puts it off and you lose grip somewhere. Or yeah, I feel like a lot of my crashes in Project Cars 2 are due to like when I lift off and try to let someone through and suddenly I have no grip on the front end and I just slide off. It happened to me in a public lobby earlier today. I was having a great battle for like 6 laps on Daytona, and then when I finally let the guy through, I'd been battling just to see if that would be better. I crashed.
Yeah.
it was so epic up until then. What's up, Stevie? Nice to see you, man. Stevie, the most popular. Congratulations yesterday, and congratulations on being the people's champion as well.
Yeah. Definitely a fan favorite in the TSR GT300 series that we're running on Tuesdays.
Absolutely.
A series that sadly is running in towards its last 2 weeks. I wish we had a bit more. I wish we had 8 more weeks at the end of it, because it's great fun, it's great action, and it's been so every race. But enough about that, of course. It's It's a pretty curious tonight from Road America. Where, and I'm now sounded like a stupid European, but where in the US is Road America Trials? Can you enlighten me on that?
Oh, I knew it. It slipped my mind. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Yeah,
we should know these things.
I'll look it up, eh?
I almost crashed.
I'll look him up.
Does anyone in chat know what Road America is?
I bet that's actually a good call.
Yeah, thanks, Stevie. I mean, aren't you confusing it with Road Atlanta then?
Yeah, because I mean, is it because it used to be Road Atlanta and then it changed just the name and now it's Road America? I don't know. I'm just asking. It could very well be.
I don't know.
But there is also something called Road Atlanta.
I feel like we really should know these things. There certainly is a track called Road Atlanta, but I think that's still Road Atlanta. I think it's just two confusingly named racetracks in America. It's in Wisconsin. Gene dropping the knowledge on us. Or Jean, I suppose it will be. Actually, Gene. Gene? The pants.
X-Man is in the place.
I'm sorry about that. I'm an anglophone. Well, I'm not even really. I'm a Germanophone, I guess it's called. That's not a third gear corner. So, I mean, even though I have the flu and everything, this has been. I feel like I'm really well prepared, even though I didn't do much practice today. It hasn't been stressful at all up until the race. So, unless I just jinxed it, that's really nice. Because I feel like I've almost like fallen into the races early in the season. Fight me.
I've gotten the invite.
Oh. It's still 11 minutes though.
Yeah, I think they were starting out with 10 minutes of practice though.
Oh yeah, they said something about practice, yeah. I haven't got my invite yet, but maybe we should just join it. What am I doing?
Oh, what am I doing?
No one knows. Send it!
I had to try it. I knew it was too late.
It's good content. Do it for the content.
For the people. Alright. So, I'm gonna be signing out for now because I've just had the two races we've been chatting while doing two different races. And I've been on the just chatting end of it while both listening to and actually also watching your stream. I've been dying completely, and I want to try and live this race. So, so I'll be checking out, and I'll perhaps be checking in later, and otherwise you'll be hearing from me again after the race. So that's also perhaps a reason to to stay tuned. And my laughter got really strained because I had some little bug in my throat and just happened. That's pretty cool. But anyways, best of luck.
Yeah, best of luck to you too, then. Talk to you
and,
when you get the mental space to do it.
Yeah, talk to you later, mate.
Absolutely.
Treat him well, chat.
Yeah, best of luck. So, all by myself, Don't wanna be. Oh yeah, not gonna sing during the race, as you can see. Yeah, Jean, I mean, these are horrible laps I'm doing now. I'm just cruising around, not really focusing. So yeah, I'm doing like 2:11s when I'm doing good, right around there, which should be okay. But I mean, I've seen guys do 2:08s with race fuel, which is like horrifying. Imagine losing three and a half seconds every lap. Rip. Oh, and I got the invite as well. Didn't realize there was still audio on my chat computer, my chat top, as I call it. Hope you didn't get too much of that. So just joining the race lobby now. There's gonna be a short practice session here just to make sure that everything is in order. Yeah, Dirten was talking about, you know, no, Jean, no, it was like tier 1 and tier 2 people, most of who I saw. But I mean, the Wolf Paradox is here, and I saw him do like 209s comfortably in the Lambo. I think the Lambo is well suited for Road America. So I'd expect the Lambos, and if we have any Mercs in our tier, I don't think we do. But I'd also expect them to do well. Anyway, I'm just gonna pop in the voice chat in the lobby real quick to make sure that I'm not missing anything. I'll come back and forth once in a while. So were we doing a short practice session before? Yeah, absolutely, no worries. Perfect. Oh yeah, let's do 45 minutes of practice. We can just deduct it from the race time. Yeah, such a shame the audio doesn't work better on streams. I wish you could hear what they were saying, and that would be enough content, because it's hella sad just looking at the menus waiting for this to go. This is obviously just... We're going to do a short practice session just to make sure that everyone has their equipment in order before we go. It's gonna match up fine with the time anyway, because we won't be doing qualifying. As I mentioned in the text, the grid order is set by reversing the league standings, which means that I'll be starting P10, because I'm in 6th position at the moment in the league standings. After a good race at Long Beach, I struggled in the first couple of races, but hopefully I'm getting after it now. We'll have to see. So still only 13 joiners. I believe we should be 14 or 15 today, even with Sean unfortunately unable to make it as a replacement.
One race and one race only. That would have changed everything. It would have carried so much momentum. No, I would have gone straight back to where I was. Remind myself where we're mixing it as well. Yeah, basically, I'd always get the inside line to the first corner. Really messing.
Say I've done a lot of longer races in GC Sport, but I feel like an hour and a half in this is a bit more daunting, to be honest. But it's cool, definitely, because it's something, endurance racing is definitely one of the parts of motorsports that gets me going the most. So that's gonna be nice. Oh, Sean, I didn't see, of course, yeah, I agree. Wolf is very, very fast. At the end of Long Beach last week, he was catching up to me in the last 10 laps, and I managed to just hold him off, but I think he caught me by like 9 seconds across 12 laps or something. Very, very fast. But of course, in order for speed to work, you need to survive first, and that's going to be an interesting prospect here with all the faster guys towards the back. And it's a long race, so I think patience is key, but at the same time it's going to be dangerous. With faster guys behind, you have to trust their patience as well, which is going to be hard. Let's see, we're just trying to figure out if there's really only going to be 13 of us. In fact, Marcus Martinho, who was slated to start on pole, isn't present, which might mean that we have a different driver on pole here. Getting the pole at the last second, just as I did when our racer spun out on the parade lap last week, and I waited for too long and let my tires get really cold. So I really wasted that opportunity, so let's hope that he does better. I believe it'll be Chet in the McLaren in the pole now. So I apologize for the wait here, it's a bit of a long one. I was trying to keep running for a while, but you need to be in the lobby, it's part of these races, and perhaps the lobby system in Project Cars isn't the best of lobby systems. So spent a lot of time working on the setup for this one because it wasn't normally it's been possible to find some setups online and just take what works from those and kind of patch it together and call that a setup. But for this one I couldn't actually find one, so this is a reworked setup for Monza, and the tire pressures were so hard to get right, and I'm not sure I managed to do so before the race start here. It's a very fast track, but there's one long parabolica-like corner that just kills the tire temperature. And immediately after that is the kink, as it's called, sort of the famous corner of Road America. It's a very, very fast right-hander, where you just kind of throw the car in, and you really need grip on the left side tires, and those are the ones that get killed on the parabolica. So it's brilliant design, because if you want to be fast and the tire pressure isn't perfect, you really need to maintain the temperature, which is my strong side, to be honest. So shouts out to everyone watching, tagging along for this adventure of mine. Dirten, of course, is racing in tier 5. He was here before and he's gonna be here after. It's a bit of a difficult one, this one. Just surviving the first handful of laps is gonna be quite the task, I think. So some racer made at some point some quote. He said something about you're only living when you're racing. Everything else is just waiting, or something like that. That's how I feel right now. Can we get on the way, please? I'm ready to go.
Let's go. We should have been here. I mean, he's got a couple of minutes while we're getting better practice.
Okay, so we're on the way. First up is going to be a short practice. I think it's going to be a short one because we were waiting for a few of the late joiners that never showed up. So I think the plan to have a practice session is probably going to be cut a bit short. We need to get on the way. That being said, with the wait time, it's going to be lovely just to get a few seconds of warm-up before we go, because there's no qualifying, so it's going to be straight on the way. Of course, there's a parade lap, but we all know that doesn't work as warm-up. So I'm the first out of the pits. What's up, y'all? That's the first mental victory for me.
Once you've got the temperatures up, get a feel for the track, and let's see what particular car's set up.
Didn't actually get my proper setup on that time. As you can see, this time I put smartest setup. I figure that's gonna be a nice. This is an endurance race. You don't need the best setup, you need the smartest setup. So that's the one we're using here today. There we go. Whee! So the name of the game of this practice is not to be fast, it's just to get the rhythm back. Take it a bit easy if you need to. Whoa. Just as I say that, push a bit hard through there. Good thing I don't have to start on cold tires. That out lap with cold tires after the pit stop is going to be all about survival. So this is of course going to give us some indication of the pace of the different runners. I see a few are pitting in. Maybe they don't want to reveal their pace. One of them being my teammate. JW, who's in second position in the league standings. Going quite well for us as a team as well. We're 2 points behind the leaders. Fuel savers, I believe they're called, in Ferraris, the red and blue ones. That's Cole Phelps and... Can I remember off the top of my head? I can't remember who his teammate is. Apologies, person. Oh, once again there we see the number 3 brake marker sign get taken out, even though it's on the wall higher up than the cars. I always wonder why or how that happened, but then I found a video earlier today of a Ferrari just wrecking the hell out in that catch fencing. If you want to see that, you should join our Discord if you haven't already. The link's in the description. Already making quite a few little small mistakes here and there. Not what I was looking for actually. I haven't ever made the mistake, but I did now. I meant to go into the pits, totally. Okay, so a bit of a rocky start there for me in the practice session, but of course the practice session shouldn't matter. It's gonna be an interesting start procedure here because I don't know how the grid is gonna be set once we get going. We're supposed to find our own spot in the grid once we get going on the parade lap. So that's gonna take just a bit of brain power. So the final waiting screen of today. Well, for you it's not gonna be this one because you're gonna have to watch me check my setup, but I'm gonna be busy there, so I guess that's it. Heke here showing a great pace within the matter of 2 fast laps, managing to put in a 10.5. That's very, very fast. Heke also proving himself to be quite a fast dude last week. So it feels like there's always something you forget, always something you don't get set perfectly. This time it was the pit strategies, but I should be good now. That should be the proper things. Now I've hit the ready button anyway, so let's hope.
Let's try and make up some ground here off the light. Keep it clean and keep your wits about you.
So we're actually in position, so we don't have to worry about any of that funny stuff about finding the position. That's good. Waiting 5 seconds to go. One Ferrari there seems to forget it for a brief second.
Car left.
Our racer not giving him much of a hoot about clutch control, but he's got underway. Oh, slowly there though. I don't understand much of any of this. No, for fuck's sake.
He's clear.
Careful does it here. So that's 4 aero damage for me. There's no way you can see much of what happens. I hope our racer is okay.
Left side. You're clear.
So everyone should have moved the place up, so it should be 9th. I have Knoxville behind me. That seems about right.
He's going back. Two lengths back. He's still there.
So you'll have to excuse me if I'm a bit quiet. As I mentioned before, I'm not feeling quite myself today. I'm a bit ill, so I'm gonna focus on the driving, make sure I'm not a hazard to anyone or anything like that. Streaming is gonna be second
Half length back.
priority here.
Two lengths behind. 1 length behind.
So not quite the heat we wanted in the front tires
2 wide, left side.
for the start here. Odds should be to the right.
Half length behind. 1 length back. Left. Still left. Still there.
Here we go.
Still left. He's clear.
Just gonna be patient here in the beginning.
On your left. Still 2 wide, left side. Still there. Left side. Still there, left side. Clear. Right side. Still on your right. Still right. You're clear. Car right. Still there.
God damn it. I had nowhere to go there. Just gonna let that Audi through. Come on Audi, where are you?
1 length behind. Still 1 length back. 1 on your left. Still on your left. Okay, clear. 2 lengths back. He's 2 lengths back. Behind. 1 right. Still there. He's clear.
So things are going quite poorly here, as you can see. I'm just trying to focus and do my best. But now I have 11 aero damage on front. And it's a long way to the pit stop. And Nox, big incident there. Oh no, Archie's off. I'm parked and he had to wait for everyone. That's such a shame. Still miles off my pace. But I really need a clean lap so I can assess if I need to pit or not. Oh, missing a downshift there. By now I've pretty much learned not to try to just shift real fast. That's a good way to lose these GT3 cars.
Two lengths behind. One length back. He's two lengths back.
Okay, so I'm clearly losing quite a lot of time. I'm just waiting to figure out when I can pit. I'm gonna have to pit early and do a really long stint to try to minimize the damage from however much time I'm losing. I'm doing 2:14s when I should be doing 2:11s, 2:12s at least. You can see I'm constantly bleeding time to everyone else as well. Noxley seems to be in a bit of a similar predicament to me. Hello, Berta. Nice to see you, man. You join us at a troublesome time. We had a horrible start here. Oh, I'm not talking too much. I picked up a bit of damage in the beginning. Had a semi-spin into the grass right here in this corner on the inside. And since then we haven't really been able to do the pace that I was expecting. And now I'm missing every apex because I'm talking too much. That was slow. Oh, okay, I'm losing a lot of time to the leaders. Similarly, quite a lot of time to the other guys close to me as well. So I really need to figure out about this pit stop pretty soon. Hard for me to tell if I need to change the tires or just try to run the tires the entire way. I think I'm just gonna pit for fuel and damage repair and see how it goes. The tire wear is really good right now.
Pit request confirmed. We're ready for you when you are.
Watch out, Mr. Pole Man. Lollipop guy. He dead. Confirmed dead pit worker. So let's hope this not changing the tires is going to work out. I feel like it's a long way to go, but at the same time they just look so good, the tires. So I have to do something. I'm so far back. Fortunately a pretty short repair time. Yeah, but yeah, a bit of Fs for me, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, everyone else will have a pit stop to do, so maybe if I get some really good running now, with some nice pace. Now everything's fixed, so hopefully I can get back to the pace I was expecting. Oh, it seems like Matt Hitter had a bit of a moment there on his outlap. He might be on cold tires. That was also a bit of an advantage to not switching, was the my tires were still warm-ish. So part of what I need to do is to be a bit more conservative in that long corner, that long right-hander. Now that I'm gonna try and make the tires last for all the race, which I really hope isn't a fool's errand. We'll have to see. Take it easy. So that's the pit stop over with. Now it's just a matter of getting our head down and going around in circles for a bit more than an hour. Or is it an hour? I guess it's an hour now. That was done. Going around and around. Noxby is catching again. I'm not gonna put up too much of a fight if he keeps putting on that pace. He seems pretty fast at the moment. So this is it. Now I just need to focus on my own pace. Try to ignore what the people are doing around me and just get a nice stint in. A long stint. I want to say it's not really my strong side, being measured and controlled for a long period. I'm really better at being fast for a few laps and then crashing, I guess. High stick. Yeah, I know it's a bit low, but it doesn't bother me too much, and it lets me read all of the dash, which I like. So I'm pretty comfortable with it, to be honest. sure Noxby just has a bit of an off again. Seems every time he gets too close, he might just be pushing a little bit too hard.
That's your fastest lap in the race so far.
So finally a 2:12. But it's probably too little, too late. Still just a matter of keeping it going, trying to find a rhythm around that pace and seeing where we end up. Oh, I'm so horribly off the pace here. Going to be interesting to see if Noxby can get it right this time and actually indicate a pass. I'll be happy to let off, but he is a competitor, so I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna just lift off on the straight, but I won't fight him too hard if he tries to make a move, because he definitely does seem to be faster. Oh, fuck's sake.
Watch your rear.
What kind of dumb-ass move is that though, Noxby? Honestly. Yeah, I've been looking into that rig dash thing. Looks really neat. Nope. Oh, damn it. I think I just realized why I can't set the pace I was doing before. I think I'm still running with more downforce than I practiced with. Not a lot, just a little bit. Enough that it hurts. Oh no, we about to get lapped, boys. Slowest car on the grid. Building up a bit of a sweat here, which is rare for me. I'm gonna blame it on the illness. But it certainly is getting hot, 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 hot. Oh lord, he coming. Lost quite a lot of time letting him through, but I just didn't want to get in his way. Johan is a young guy as far as I know, but he's a really fast guy. You have to wonder what he's doing in my tier. But looking at the top speeds, I'm pretty confident. I think I left a bit of extra downforce on, which certainly didn't seem to help me, because I don't even feel like the car is any more composed than it was with lower downforce settings, and it's going quite a bit slower. So that's too bad. What? What? So I was just about to say something up to the lines of I'm hoping I can steer clear of P2 and 3, but that's not gonna happen if this is my driving. I'm probably gonna have to think about tire economy a bit more, because it's looking pretty bad already. Oh, sneezing at 225 kilometers an hour. What's up? Hi, Martin. Welcome to the trial show of disappointment. Thank you. You joined just in time for the sneeze. Perfect timing. Yeah, we had a bit of a tough start. Had a bit of a collision with some guys early on, and then we ran with damage for a while, which cost us a lot of time. And then I haven't really been able to recover once I got out on in a fresh car. And I decided to not change my tires. And I'm starting to get more and more scared that that's gonna come back and bite me in the arse. Chat up front seems to have had some bad luck as well, because I'm catching very fast. So first other guy into the pits. According to our strategy, we're not supposed to pit again, so that should be an off-track overtake. If we manage to pull off this long stint on a set of hards, 42 laps. I was hoping to just tag along in his slipstream, but that didn't work out. Biker, quite a fast driver, I think. I noticed he's been racing for quite a few seasons as well. So not really much we can do at this point other than just hope that the tires don't get too bad, because the pit times are so long, it takes so long to stop for tires that there's no way I'll be able to make that back up. But I gotta say, I feel like the grip is starting to go already, as we've just crossed the half the race gone marker. You can look at Barker in front pulling away on grip. Clearly he has better grip than me, and he's still able to pit and even change his tires if he wants. So ouch. Big oof. I guess the biggest hope is that sometimes in project cars it seems like once you get a bit of wear, the rate of wear slows down. So that's gotta be what I'm hoping for. As Chet has another incident there, and it's not gonna let me past. And I almost go off as a reaction to it. So this is actually a battle for position on track. She just has the grip advantage as well, gets a really strong exit there. So I'm not really able to keep up with him when he doesn't crash, or at least not going like that. 2:14.2, but of course I did live to wait for him. Yeah, Martin, perhaps you're right, maybe I should have just sent it when I had the chance. Or just wait for him to make another mistake like that, I guess. Whoopa. That's right, Martin. D is for Dirtbob, indeed. And trust me, I'd do it if I could. At least in a safe, decently safe manner. But I just can't keep up. I don't have the grip, and I'm starting to push the tires too hard. But I wanted to put pressure on him. I think it wouldn't be too hard to pressure him into making a mistake if I could just keep up. But right now this is certainly lifting any pressure off his shoulders. Oh, I was wrong. Another little mistake from him there. What? Okay, rip. That's the end of my race. That hasn't happened to me before. Okay. Mm-hmm. See, I've gone wide there a lot, and it hasn't really been an issue. Just try to keep the steering wheel straight and it's okay, just send it across the grass. But that time it just fucking exploded on me. So, rip my race, I guess. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. This is going well. At least I managed to save the brake markers, I guess. Yeah, I should have just lifted completely once I went wide, but I just overcommitted a bit. But I've done that like so much in practice, just lift a tiny bit and just straighten the wheel, and normally you're good. That time it just spun in a second. That was pretty fast. Don't think there was much I could do. So Matarang in P12, still running. I'm gonna be coming out quite a bit behind MIC with the repair, so never mind. He'll most likely have his pit stop done as well. Bye bye. Bye bye Matarang. Enjoy your race. Bye bye Hickey. Enjoy your race. Oh man.
All clear, go!
My teammate JW is up into sixth. That makes me happy. That's the second time I've let Jorn through. That means I'm 2 laps behind him now. Actually quite relieved that I'm making mistakes now, because I'm quite worried I might actually be on a faster pace than these guys now with the fresh tires later on in the race. Oh no, Matt. Off goes Matt. Matt, who's the organizer as well. So that's a shame. I always really appreciate the work that these organizers in the leagues I do. So it hurts that little bit extra when they have bad luck like that. I think he might have been nursing an injured car after his initial spin.
Just set your own personal best lap. Sit up.
No! That's my teammate JW that just spun. Not what I was hoping for. He's done so well so far this season. Seems to just be suffering a little bit like me. Though not quite as much. Meanwhile, Knox is disqualified. I wonder what happened there. That's unfortunate. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, I mean, I'm afraid most of this loss was because I was too eager to cut my losses with the damage I had before. I should have just ran the full stint. Then I would have realized I couldn't have stayed out on the single set of tires. Now it's actually mainly just running, almost I want to say out of respect for the race. I'm good. I'm good. So we have one of the few guys I might actually be able to catch in the pits. So let's see where he is once we get to the straight. He's still in the pits. It's gonna be close. And he's still parked there. I hope he didn't retire. Now he's moving now, so he's going to be coming out behind me pretty closely. So just gonna do a quick assessment of the fuel on this lap. I had 45.6 when I crossed the finish line. Let's see how much we burn. Should be 4 liters straight, and then we'd be good. Starting to feel a little bit like the track is picking up speed. there might be some rubber being laid down. It's a bit faster now than it was before. So it doesn't really look like we're gonna get many more track positions gained. Don't really see any of the guys ahead needing a pit stop this late on.
pace up a little bit now, mate. You're putting in some consistent time, but we need to push now.
Yeah, let's say you're right. It is one of the endurance races of the season, so it has been a long one. And to make matters worse, I have the flu, so it's been a long, hard, sweaty one for me. I'm not surprised that my results aren't better, but I would have liked to have challenged for more. Certainly don't feel this is representative of how good I am or aren't, but that's what you get for getting the flu.
That's your best first sector so far. Keep it going. Here come the race leaders. Let them through.
Yeah, I mean 100% that F1 pace is a long time at that pace. This is a bit more bearable in a GT3 car. But it's not for everyone with the endurance races, I suppose. I like it. It's just horrible when it goes bad. It's a long time to stay in a bad atmosphere. That's true. Not last. Woohoo! I mean, there was 13 starters, so third from last. Hooray! But you know, I mean, I earn a little bit of points at least. It's better than not showing up and just saying no, I'm too sick to race. This is some points, and I don't think I cost anyone anything. Didn't cause any major incidents. So, all good, I hope. So a massive disappointment for both me and my teammate JW. I think we were both hoping to be very competitive here, as I think we are hoping in every race. I completely cocked up the strategy as well. I think that was one of the more costly things. I put in 20 liters too much fuel almost, and I couldn't stretch the tires for 1.5 hours. I don't know what I was thinking. I've been unwilling to do it so far for an hour, so yeah, that was a big shame. I'm just gonna tune in real quick to the other guys.
A full part, which I did to basically rest the race, the curve, and that was it. Round. I lead all your positions in one bloody corner. So that was good. Yeah, good race, guys. Well done, Bjorn. That was a hell of a race, mate.
So yeah, painful times. I wonder what Dirten's been up to. It's gonna be interesting to see how the race went for him. Hopefully better than it did for me. So my apologies about the silence, of course, but I'm a bit knackered after that, if I can be honest. That was a bit hard. Of course, it didn't make things easier that I'm ill as well, but yeah, that was quite a long race. Dirten is still just finishing up. I think I want to get the chance to just hear how he's doing before we call it a day. I'm just gonna go frustration drifting while we wait, because it's gonna be more fun than staring at the menus, I suppose. So I wonder how many points. 10th should not be any considerable amount of points, but it's gonna be a little bit. I think both of the Ferraris that are leading the team standings placed pretty well here today, so that's gonna drop us a bit off the pace, unfortunately. But 4 races in, only halfway through the season, should be more to race for, of course. Still. Yeah, so that's a measly 9 points from me for today. That's a big shame. Quite a bit more for my teammate, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens in team standings, but disappointing day. I think I heard the good dirty boy enter. No? No.
Yes.
Yes.
Now I'm here. I got 4th. I got punted in turn 1, and yeah, managed to get 4th after a little bit of an incident early on, and then went early into the pits, then undercut a lot of the field, and then yeah, kind of had a small accident at the end that I would have gotten 3rd because I think something happened in front, so that was a little bit annoying, but in the end it was pretty good.
Yeah, sounds good, man. 4th is very good. It's a long race. Good. As long as you get a decent result. It seems like there was quite a few incidents. There was quite a lot of solo spin-offs in mine.
Yeah, here too as well.
I had a solo spin-off as well.
So, but I'm gonna be leaving everyone now because I'm really tired.
Yeah, me too. I just wanted to get
Catch
your
up.
results in as well.
Of course. But it's been a pleasure. It was good fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna try to hopefully feel better tomorrow, and then talk shit in the chat as always. So hope to see all of you there, and we're gonna be broadcasting again next week, where I'm hopefully gonna be back in top shape for another round of the AOR. So tune in there. Then if you want to see what it looks like when I actually do a decent race. Until then, take care. Have a good night.